Everyone knows how a tragic airplane accident ripped Lynyrd Skynyrd apart, but did you know America's favorite pastime played a huge role in bringing them together? Find out more about these legendary Southern rockers in our latest edition of You Think You Know Classic Rock? Long before they became famous in Lynyrd Skynyrd, or even picked that legendary name, Gary Rossington, Bob Burns, and Ronnie Van Zant actually met at a Little League baseball game. Van Zant pictured himself playing center field one day. The youngsters eventually decided to try a different idea, focusing instead on music. They named their fledgling group after a particularly strict coach named Leonard Skinner, who hassled them about their long hair. Wisely, they altered his name just enough to avoid any pesky future lawsuits. Long before they began releasing a string of multi-platinum releases, Leonard Skinner was playing places like the Finocchios Club in Atlanta, Georgia. They lucked out, however, when Al Kooper discovered them and signed Skinner to a deal with MCA. Cooper was particularly impressed by something that many might not expect from a group of long-haired rebels. Leonard Skinner, he once said, actually composed all of their guitar solos. Ronnie Van Zant's goal was to sound the same every time they took the stage. The trademark three-guitar attack heard on their anthem Freebird was originally constructed in tribute to the recently deceased Duane Allman of the Allman Brothers Band. The group also had a shared respect for Neil Young, no matter what you think you hear in the lyrics to Sweet Home Alabama. In fact, Ronnie would wear Neil Young t-shirts on stage, and Young had said he was, quote, proud to have my name in a song like theirs.
They just said talk about Neil Young, but I don't like to talk about it, gentlemen.
When Lynyrd Skynyrd crashed on October 20th, 1977, killing Van Zant, Steve Gaines, and 4 others, the plane had already been deemed unreliable by another group of rock legends.
They were going to vote on whether to continue flying in it after a concert tonight. Investigators said the plane ran out of gas and crashed 200 yards short of where the pilot had hoped to set it down.
Earlier that summer, Aerosmith decided that neither the plane nor the crew were up to their standards. Both Steve Gaines and Ed King, who Gaines had replaced in 1975, shared a birthday, September 14, 1949. King later helped a nucleus of former members, including Gary Rossington, get back together in the early 90s to revive the Skynyrd name. Johnny Van Zant, appropriately, took over as frontman for his late brother Ronnie. He and Rossington have seen some notable names move into the band's ranks ever since. Michael Cartellone is the former drummer of Damn Yankees. Ricky Medlock was frontman and guitarist for Blackfoot. The late Huey Tomasin was best known as a founding member of Outlaws, while Johnny Colt was an original member of the Black Crowes. But back to baseball. Did you know Ronnie Van Zant, who once said he had the highest batting average in his American Legion League, made quite the first impression on his future bandmates? The story goes that he hit a line drive off the late Bob Burns' head in a long-ago youth game. Apparently, all was eventually forgiven. That's it for today. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page to see more great videos. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and check out more of the best in classic rock coverage on ultimateclassicrock.com.